morning. It's Sunday for me. It's quite windy. Waking up to quite a bit of a breeze going on. It's looking all right. We had a lot of rain yesterday afternoon into the evening, which was great. So the arena is looking a bit better. So I'm going to take this opportunity to jump Sienna because it looks like it's going to be quite warm again next week. So it'll just dry out really quickly and then it's just not that nice to ride on. So use it while it's good. Also, I did want to go hacking with her and that's probably more beneficial, but we've now got a 4-way traffic light system at the bottom of our hill. And I just thought, that's pushing it a little. I got caught in it in the car and it took probably 7 minutes for me to get around. It was ridiculous. I just don't want to get caught with her. She's not really bothered about any of the traffic light stuff. That she couldn't care less about that. But I just thought she's not going to want to wait patiently for that long. And normally we could kind of keep riding even when it was red because there was plenty of areas to pull in and let the cars go. But we can't do that now. So no, we're not doing that. Anyway, Lara's coming to ride and I thought this would be a good opportunity to perhaps add some fillers in and see what Sienna thinks. Now, I have added the filler before when I loose jumped once and she never looked at it, but it's a bit different when you sat on them. And also I've been only really doing kind of like a jump up against the fence here and using the fence to kind of support her. So kind of jumping her under saddle, but like I was loose jumping her, and that seemed to really work for her and it got her going a lot more forward and more confident. But I thought right now we could move it on and start to add fences back in around the school. And like I say, I'm going to put the filler in and I'm probably going to get Corporal to jump it in front of her and get her to follow. I don't think she'll be funny about it, but I just think it's a nice way to introduce them to jumping spooky stuff if they've got a confident horse in front sort of going, look, this is how you do it. I mean, Corporal might have to jump them first just to check he is going to be well behaved. And I've also put in this weird skinny that I've created. I just thought anything. I'd like her to get, be comfortable in jumping anything. So that's why I put it there. And she can literally walk over that if she needs to. So yeah, so that's the plan for this morning. I'm hoping that my mum might actually hold the camera for me. So we might actually get some decent footage. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to wait for Lara to turn up. I'm going to go and start grooming now. She did go to school yesterday, which is slightly annoying and why I would have probably rather go for a hack. But like I say, I'm not really into this endless traffic lights, endless waiting. I don't think it's very fair on her. So I think she might actually end up having a few days off next week because I haven't got anyone around to go hacking with me and I don't really want to keep schooling her. So I think she might end up with 3 or 4 days off, which is perfectly fine. One of the great things about having Lara on the weekend is that we can do like a training session together, and it's just really good for Sienna to learn to have to stay focused on what she's doing and not get distracted by Corporal doing what he's doing, and just, it's all educational for her, hopefully for when she goes to a show in the future. She was pretty good on that side of it. She wasn't too bothered about what Corporal was doing, and also lots of stopping and starting, which is good for her. She was a little stuffy to begin with today, and I think that's because she schooled yesterday, but she soon forgot about that once the poles were out and she realised that she was jumping and not doing flat work. For a strange reason, I decided to start with this weird skinny red block thing, as you do. She jumped it on the right rein behind Corporal the first time, though she really didn't care about it in the slightest. You can see here she's a bit unsure, so she jumps very up rather than out and forward. So I did it a few times just trying to get her more forward. In her schooling, I really now need to get her more in front of my leg and get her taking me forward that little bit more to help with the jumping as well. Moving on to something, again, that I haven't done with her before, which is poles in front of a jump. I do absolutely love her canter. She's got such a balanced canter that she makes going over poles really quite easy. She's just so rideable in the canter. It's a lot stronger than her trot. And you can see here, she keeps a pretty nice rhythm to and round to the fence and just makes light work of it, really. I was really quite impressed. I think she was a little tired after her schooling session yesterday because she just seemed a little lacking in oomph. But anyway, like I say, her canter is just a joy to ride. We put the cross up a little bit here. She tends to get the canter transitions good to begin with, and then if she misses one or fluffs one up, she gets really upset about it and then gets very flustered, and then it takes a while to resettle her. So we had that within this session. Especially on the left rein, she got them initially and then she made a mistake and she got really upset about them. Here again, just a really sweet canter, and what's lovely is she's landing on the correct lead as well, which honestly I'm so proud of her for. Makes it look really easy. So I think I need to jump a bit bigger on her. I need to get a bit braver. So we then introduced the filler, and actually I didn't get Corporal to give her a lead. She seemed really good. She was really confident with the filler within the cross poles, and I always find this is a nice way to get horses jumping. Somehow having the poles running alongside them kind of takes away the brightness of the filler. So you can see here, very relaxed, not putting a huge amount of effort, but then the jump's not very big, so why would you? Jumped it on both sides, so the Union Jack and the kind of yellow weird side, and that was great. And then I went and made another jump, and we put the filler out in front of it, so the filler had nothing covering it. It was right there for her to see, and she came in a really nice canter, and I thought, oh, she's not going to look at it, so she surprised me when she suddenly slammed on the brakes. Sacked the jockey for the stock, because I think I was perhaps expecting a little too much from her and kind of left her to it, and should have been a little bit more proactive in the saddle. And you can see here she then went a little bit green because she's slightly upset about stopping at it, so she jumps everything a little babyish again. But we got going, I gave her a break and then came back and jumped it again, and you can see here she's a bit more forward and just being nice and positive to it. And yeah, she was tired by this point, so we didn't bother jumping it the other way. We'll leave that for another day, but you can see here getting more confident. I don't normally video my muck heap because it's not particularly pleasant, but look, it's a snake. We did find that a little grass snake not long ago. Oh, big one, scary. You put your bucket down, please. I know this is a weird thing to put in a vlog, but do you ever get one of those tools, or you buy something and you're like, why the hell didn't I buy this 10 years ago? This is how I feel about this rake. Now, I see loads of people with them. People be thinking, yeah, what's so special? Like, had one of those for years. This is like revolutionised my poo picking of the field. Like, I swear it takes half the time. You pick up every little bit of dropping left. It's just a game changer. Why did I not use this sooner, honestly? Also, ever since I've had it, not missed a day's poo picking. I didn't finish my video off yesterday, so I thought I would do it now. It's Monday morning, I've just ridden, and it is, if I watch for work, 7:10. So I just took Artie and Corporal out. Sienna's going to have a couple of days off, so I just took the boys out. So that was nice. It's a beautiful morning as well, actually. It's chilly, but it's nice. Yesterday was good. I felt a bit disappointed in my riding, if I'll be honest, with jumping Sienna. I think I kind of took it for granted that she seemed a lot more confident when it came. Look at him. Isn't that ridiculous bending just for an itch? I mean, good for his flexibility. Yeah, I think I took it for granted that she was being so much more confident, and then perhaps just sat there a little too quietly coming to the jump. By no means do I want to be flapping and kicking and growling, but I think I just needed to be a little more positive to her, just to kind of reinforce that this is what she had to jump. If, having seen the way she learnt to jump at the beginning, she was very unsure then, I'm hoping this is just taking the same route, that once she gets her confidence up with like kind of fillers more in her face, she'll realise that she's fine with them and she'll carry on. And like I say, she didn't make a big drama about it. I think it just surprised her when she came round and the filler was kind of in her my filler was in its full glory, let's say, rather than kind of being covered by the pole. So anyway, never mind. Lots of schooling to be done, really. Like I said, really want to work on getting her in front of my leg a bit more, making sure she's just that little bit more reactive. So work to be done, but as always with Sienna, it has to be done in moderation and sort of little bite sizes to keep her sweet. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get Artie, who's always most upset when he gets left behind, and get on and start my day. And I hope you guys have well, this will come out Wednesday, so I hope you're having a good middle of the week by the time you see this video.